I'm so lit.
Get turned. Welcome to Up at Night. I'm Tony.
And I'm Borden.
This week we've got a couple topics. We're going to make this one a quick one.
Damn right we are. Let's
just
draw
like
this
Borden's
out.
sex life. First up, we're going to talk... Should we... 45
You can't
minutes,
just hurt my feelings for
45 minutes of Borden crying. Just like his sex life. There we go.
You're a piece of shit. All right.
You want to start with the PS4?
Yeah, let's start about the PS4. So PS4 Pro was announced at some...
It was just a PlayStation event. It was like a press conference they held. Yeah.
So...
Which apparently was terrible, by the way.
There's some... Yeah, I heard it wasn't...
The press conference apparently was just garbage. They spent like 45 minutes discussing like the hardware for the Pro, and like it could have been like 5-minute video.
Yeah.
Like, remember how they expressed remember how they told us like no. Remember how they told the Xbox told us about the Slim? They're like, it's gonna be this, and this.
Yes.
It was like a 5-minute video. This they took like almost an hour describing every little bit of detail. Like, it was just...
I feel like they did that as like a defense mechanism where they're like, they're worried people are gonna perceive this as bad, so they were like, we have to explain it. But it backfired.
Yeah.
Now, and it's funny because you watch that and you're like, well, this seems useless. Like, this seems like a useless system.
Yeah, I'm going off of what I saw mostly from...
Well, that's what I mean, though, is that they're counterintuitive.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I'm going off of most of what I saw from, like, reactions from a lot of people. Like, a lot of people online are saying this thing is going to be useless. Now, you were saying, like, it doesn't sound that way.
No. So...
And, like, I know like, even when I watched, like, because, like, the first thing I saw, because when I knew it was happening, I went on Kinda Funny's channel, and they were having they put up a reacts video to it, and they were like talking shit just right out the door about it, and they are like huge PlayStation fans, so I'm surprised about that. Like, I'm really surprised.
There's really no place in the market for this, and
Yeah.
I think it's because... So when we talk about hardware, they said that it can render 4K games. It can render 4K games.
Okay.
This isn't no HDR BS like the Xbox had, where it's rendering video at 4K. This is rendering games at 4K, which means that the hardware has to be pretty powerful.
Yeah, but it didn't. From what I had read, like, it didn't. Like, is it substantially better? Because, like, from what I'd read, it wasn't like a better machine all that much. Like, it wasn't going to be loading games faster. It wasn't going to do any of that shit. Like,
well, I've heard the opposite. I've heard it's going to do
weird.
That. Which, if it's rendering at 4K, it's going to be like what we experienced with the Xbox Slim, but at a higher extent. Because if it can run at 4K, it's got higher. Whether or not the games are allowed to render,
I'm just going to see if I can find a comparison, like stats comparison.
Yeah, if I can look at that might make some sense of this. But we probably should have done this before, but.
Whatever.
We both work. We don't have time for this shit. So, looking at it, and from what I heard, I was listening to some YouTubers talk about it and kind of taking the positive notes on this. It is going to be more powerful. Games are going to run better. Games are going to have better lighting. They're going to have better frames per second. They'll run at higher resolutions. Is that necessary at this point in time? No. I mean,
probably not.
If you're looking at this and you want to pay 400 Canadian, isn't it, for this system, or 500 or something? It's around $400.
The Pro is $499.
$499. So $500. If you're going to pay $500 this year, the year after, Xbox is going to release their Scorpio, which is $1,000. You might as well just wait and buy that, because Scorpio is going to be substantially stronger.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's saying it's going. It has the same. They both have an AMD Jaguar x86 to 64 8-core CPU. But whereas it says. You'll have an idea of the performance increase, which has jumped from 1.8 teraflops in the launch PS4 to 4.2 teraflops in the Pro.
It's doubling its power.
Over that, yeah.
Yeah, over double. Which the Xbox Scorpio is at 6 teraflops.
Yeah, it's still better. It's still much better. Yeah.
So it's one of those middle areas. I don't know why people are getting frustrated with this. Like, you don't have to buy it.
The other big thing that people are complaining about is the lack of it doesn't have. For some reason, it doesn't have 4K
Blu-ray, yeah.
Blu-ray output, which, I mean, personally, I don't give a shit about that, but, like...
Xbox Slim has that.
Yeah, but the Xbox Slim has that, and that's one of those things where, like... And that's the thing, is from what I keep hearing, this is essentially the Xbox Slim. Mm-hmm. Like, it's essentially the same idea. Like, that's what they...
Just beefed up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which, have they announced that... Was there any improvements to the PlayStation Slim that was announced?
No, the PlayStation Slim is essentially...
The exact same console, just smaller.
It's just this console, like it's the original console, but smaller. And it's a lower price point, because it's coming out at $399.
They almost would have been better, kind of getting a middle ground between the Slim and the Pro, and releasing a slimmer console with maybe like 3 teraflops of power, not
See,
4.
for me,
I don't know.
I disagree. This is. I think it was actually smart to put out the Slim, because what they're doing with that, and the Pro at least, is the fact that, okay, if you don't have a PlayStation yet and you're just getting into it now, buy the Slim. The Slim is literally the exact same hardware as the other one, the original launch PS4. The only thing I think that's missing on the Slim, which was like a weird difference, is it doesn't have an optical port for audio,
about that.
which I use. So that's actually something that like I would not buy the Slim. I mean, not that I would buy it in the first
Pro
place.
Have an optical port?
Yeah, probably. The reason why they took that out, I think, for the Slim is to save money. They must
and space probably as well.
in the components in the system. But for me, so I think the Slim is actually a smart idea, because it's the console that they want to push out right now, especially for Christmas season, because it's coming out next week.
The Slim.
It comes out on the 15th.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it comes out like soon. So the whole point of the Slim, in my opinion, is Christmas is coming.
What's the price point for this?
$399.
$399 for Slim.
Yeah, which the regular was $429.
What's it now? $429 still?
No, it's actually at $379 because they're phasing them out.
Huh.
So, I mean, I agree.
That's a little too high, because I mean, you could buy a one of the new Xbox Slims. You could buy
they're $399.
the 500. Yeah, but the 500 was cheaper, wasn't
No,
it?
it's $399.
Oh.
Yeah. It's about the same price.
It's because we're in Canada. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, I was gonna say, like, this is the time when it's like, okay, Christmas is coming. People are buying gifts for their kids and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, you haven't moved yet. These are for the people that haven't made that jump to PlayStation
Freaking
yet.
plebes.
Well, you know what though? You're right. Like, you are right in a certain sense, but like, these are the people that haven't upgraded. These are the more, like I said, less hardcore, more casual, more conservative gamers. And you know what? This is the the $399 price point's nice, because it's, I mean, first of all, it's back down to what it fucking started at, instead of being higher again, which it was for the longest time because of our dollar. But I think this draws it back, the price back a bit again, and it's something that people can, like, you know, will sell probably a ton of them at Christmas, because of the fact that, like, this is like a lower price point, and it's a like new model, and then there's the higher model on the shelf for people that
No, it's only $100 more.
Yeah, and it's not that much more. It's only $100 more.
That's what I'm not understanding here, is why people would be upset at a system that is more powerful. There is no dispute here. If the teraflops are up, and it can render
processing power is obviously
the processing power is higher. For just $100 more, you can make that decision. If you don't want to pay that other $100, you don't have to pay that. Get the Slim. But to say that it's a bad system and that it's bad, I think it just scares people. I think
the only thing that's higher though is the GPU, because it says the RAM is exactly the same. It says
Are they overclocking the hard drive or the processor? Because that's what they did with the Xbox, is they overclocked the processor.
I'm not 100% sure, but all I see, like, when I'm looking at the stats here, is for, like, as far as the internals go, it's got the same graphics processor. Sorry. Yeah, it's got the AMD Jaguar for a CPU. Mm-hmm. And it says AMD claims that version of the CPU included in the Pro is faster than the stock PS4. But unfortunately, Sony itself hasn't shared exact details on the difference in clock speed.
Now, the CPU and the GPU...
And then it says, thankfully, when it comes to the GPU, we have more of an idea of the performance increase, which has jumped from 1.8 teraflops to 4.2. This bump is in order to accommodate the new 4K functionality.
Yeah. You would get a boost.
Oh, and it's got better Wi-Fi too.
Cool.
Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi of the Pro has also seen an upgrade to include, I don't know what this means, 802.11 AC, and add a Bluetooth bump to version 2.1 from version 2.1 to 4.0.
So our controller connections might be a little bit stronger.
Which I don't. That's never been a problem for me. I don't know about
you.
you.
We might be able to walk into the kitchen now and not get disconnected.
That is a thing. I do. I find chatting, like, sometimes, like, yeah, like I'll take, like, literally 5 steps from my couch to my kitchen, and the headset just cuts out.
Like,
you
can hear us, but we can't hear you.
What the fuck? Yeah. Like, what the fuck's going on?
No, you know what? I've got to say, I'm pretty excited for that system. I think people are just scared. If you look at how many people own a PS4 nowadays, you've got to think that somewhere out there, people are thinking, oh no, I just bought a PS4. Please don't do this to me. I don't want to have to not get games because they're for the PS Pro. I don't want to, them to be like, well, no, this game's only compatible on. It's only for PS Pro.
No, they're not doing that.
No.
Sure,
But that's what I think people are getting scared about. Because people were outright telling Sony not to do this in the first place, and they went and did it. So now people are scared that they might do that in the future, which it's going to happen. There's going to come a game that comes out, and it's going to be like, well, it's too buggy on normal PS4, but it runs great on PS4 Pro. It's going to happen. Like,
I'm just trying to see if I can find like an actual. None of these websites seem to have like. I just want like a specs like.
Now, did they announce when they're releasing the Pro?
Pro is November.
That's tempting.
I think, yeah.
I'm tempted to get it. Now, did they say anything about their VR headsets? What happened with that?
What do you mean?
It's coming out. They're still releasing it?
Yes.
I would like to know
on schedule.
I'd like to know what the benefits are of using the VR headset with a Pro.
I don't think there's anything different as far as I'm aware. November 10th was the release date. Sorry. As far as I've heard, I mean, you've got to think. I think they said something about VR having, like, it'll look graphically better, but like it won't run. It won't run any better or something like that. Like they said, what did they say? They said something really funny sounding. They said there's gonna be like double the pixels or something like that on the games, and I was like, okay, like,
it'd be like yeah, because you can run your textures on your characters or in your games. Like you could run your game at 720, but be running a 1080 monitor.
Fair
which
enough.
is double the resolution. Or you can do it the opposite way, where you can run like a 10K monitor or
10K.
Sorry, 1080p.
Welcome to the future, assholes.
The fucking future. No, you could run a 1080p monitor and have your game running 4K textures.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's what it probably end up being like. It's gonna be one of those scenarios where you don't lose by having the older system. You just get a visually more advanced with the later system, which is for people like me. I like that little bit of extra polish. Now, is it worth an extra $100?
Maybe.
If you're
and
into
you
that
want to
thing.
trade in your console or whatever. Like if
it comes out in white, I'm telling you now, if that Pro comes out in a white console, I'm buying it because it needs to match my PC and my Xbox Slim.
Nice, yeah, that's fair.
So,
the only thing, okay, here's the question I pose to you. What, and like, here's my biggest problem with it. Okay, what is the point of having this console / the Scorpio come out if what you're really, really, really into is graphic fidelity?
Go to PC.
Why aren't you playing on PC?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's my question. I mean, I play on console primarily. I have a handful of games on my PC. My PC's decent. I have what is it? You gave me the GTX 970.
760.
760. Sorry, yeah.
I ain't giving you no 970.
No, you got the.
I got the 970.
That's right. Sorry, I got them backwards. But like, that's it. Like, it's not something to like,
It's not super advanced.
Yeah, but it's not bad. And like, it's like I said, like, I play on console primarily because it's just less complicated. My friends are there, blah blah blah. Like, it's the ecosystem I've been playing on since I was a kid, and I'm not all that crazy about graphics. Like, I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong, but like, it's not something that like I'm. But like, what I'm saying is, if you are one of those gamers right now, who everything to you is graphics, you want to have 4K, you want to have. Why are you on PlayStation? Why are you on Xbox?
Okay.
Why are you not playing on PC? Because PC is the place to play that. There's literally, like, the hardware is literally like 10 times better right now.
Yeah, no, it is, and you're right.
And mods.
But I don't think there's a place for this in PlayStation just yet. I think we need to go a couple years down the road when games start getting a little bit harder to run, and they could benefit from this. Where it does have a place, I think Scorpio has a better place than any of the consoles do.
Okay.
For a couple reasons. One, it's exclusives. If they run good exclusives like Halo, Gears of War...
Except guess what? They're not exclusives anymore.
They'll be playable on PC.
They're on PC?
Yeah, but...
You PC, bro?
Yeah. But let me continue here.
Okay.
So that's one reason.
Just saying.
I had another reason. You cut me off, motherfucker. Now, the price point for that was what, like $700, $800 for the Scorpio?
That's what the idea is. I don't think they've actually officially announced a date or a price. My idea is that it's going to be like $600 to $800.
Okay, so if it's $800 for this system, if you go make yourself an $800 computer,
Yep.
it'll run pretty good.
Yep.
Your graphics will look nice, but a Scorpio at $800 will probably have games tailored to that to its hardware.
Yeah.
So you'll probably end up getting the same graphics, except for you get your exclusives. You don't have to play them on Windows because everyone knows that's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Because remember
probably.
last time they did games on Windows, that went fucking well.
That went great.
Yeah, Windows does not know how to PC game. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get better at it though. Like, I mean, the whole Windows 10 update and like
The whole problem is once they go playable, nobody's gonna buy their fucking consoles anymore.
I agree. No, but that is kind of the funny thing is like they are almost shooting themselves in the foot because like someone posted that up as a joke, like because like there's been a lot of like backlash back and forth between like PlayStation and Xbox fans right now because like all Xbox fans are like like the PS4 Slim's gonna suck, like we already got this shit on the PS or the Xbox Slim kind of thing, and like you know all this shit, and then someone like retorted with like a PlayStation thing where they were like oh, like I'm so excited for all the great list of Xbox One like console exclusives this fall, and it was like the list was empty because they're all on PC now, and it was just like, ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If you feel comfortable on like I like the whole.
The difference is now because they launched it more recently. Essentially, the store I think on Windows is an Xbox store. Mm-hmm, it's the Xbox store.
Yeah.
So I mean, as shitty as that fucking platform is, like their UI for their store, it's the same on the Xbox as it is on the PC now. So I mean, you are pretty much looking at the same thing,
well,
which is kind of nice actually.
Another point back to Scorpio being worth it is you get mods. You can use your mods from Fallout on this PC. So if you're computer illiterate and you can't mod on PC because it's not easy.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes like it can be a nightmare. Whereas on console, the only thing you really have to put up with is a few bugs here and there with like, I've noticed people have been downloading Pip-Boy mods from the Xbox mods section of Bethesda or whatever, and like their Pip-Boy would disappear in game and they couldn't find it. Stuff like that would happen. Are you hearing stuff?
Your basement's making noises. Anyway,
I think someone has a truck parked over there, or there's water going up to the toilet.
Whatever.
I'm
pretty sure this place is haunted.
Probably. It's my only friend. Don't scare him away. No. The Scorpio is tailored for that person that isn't happy or satisfied using PC, because PC isn't always fun. For someone like me, I'd rather use controller 100% of the time.
Oh god, yes.
I don't like mouse and keyboard. I never like mouse and keyboard. I can play with it.
I hate keyboard and mouse. Fuck.
Your only other option is you either need to get a third-party software to program your controller to let you navigate your system.
Yeah, with PS4, that's such a pain in the ass.
Or not even that, like just to use your controller to navigate through your computer.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of your options. Or you use the Steam controller, which is fucking atrocious. That thing's useless.
Oh, no, I hate that thing.
So, for somebody who likes the Xbox, and I still get nostalgia playing my Xbox, still like the controller, I
do like the fact that the new Xbox controller does have the Bluetooth. That's dope.
Well, and even with the menus being as useless as they are and the system being kind of slow, I still get really happy using the Xbox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they bring out the Scorpio and it has the hardware of a high-end gaming PC where it runs games really, really great, lets you use your controller, lets you navigate your menus with the controller, it might be a nice alternative than having to jump on your computer, which your computer's almost always at a computer desk, by your computer chair. You can't chill back and relax on that.
I mean, I can.
I do too. I have a wireless mouse and keyboard upstairs, but it's not always comfortable.
No, but no one has that set up. Like, I mean, I understand that. Like, that was one of those things I was talking to someone about the other day, and I was like, because like, since I've had my own PC, I've had it set up with my TV as my main monitor, and my keyboard and mouse have been wireless because I generally like sit on my couch, use my keyboard and mouse, and watch everything. Because like I download a shit ton of movies. I play everything I do on there. I do like I'd rather do it on my TV. I don't want to sit at a desk and sit at a monitor. I'd rather do it on my TV. So like I've had mine set up through HDMI or like whatever since like I can remember. But I understand that I am the 10% or the 1% that do that.
So it'd be nice just to be like, hey,
I think it's totally worth it, but
and for people that are playing their Windows games on PC, probably have a high-end PC, which means they have disposable income, which means they'll probably buy the Scorpio and be like, you know what? I've been playing on my computer desk for 3-4 hours now.
Yeah.
I'm loving Gears of War, but this is getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to my couch, get on my Xbox Scorpio.
And because you can share them.
Yeah.
You buy one for one, you get it
Yeah.
for both. I keep forgetting that. That's such a cool feature.
Yeah, so I think there's a place for the Scorpio. Now, when we get back to PS Pro, I think PS Pro isn't quite ready for this yet. There's no demand for 4K games. There is no.
I know, yeah, no.
There's a personal demand, but there's no industry demand for 4K.
I think I read like a statistic, something like there's only been like 2.5 million 4K TVs sold. I think like so far.
They are getting cheaper. I noticed they're on sale.
It's becoming more of...
It will be mainstream. It's
yeah.
just like 1080p came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just like HD became a thing, like, eventually. Like, 4K, I assume, is going to be... Like, I assume the next TV that I buy, because I haven't bought a TV in a long time. I haven't had
It will be
to.
a 4K. Mine
it will be a
too,
4K TV. Yeah, like, there's no way I
when you have the money for it, you're going to be like, what TV am I looking for?
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
It's got to at least be 4K. Like,
yeah, why won't I buy a 4K? Exactly. Well, it was like that when I bought my my TV that I have now. I was like, it needs to be bigger. Like, I wanted a bigger TV because I think the old one I had before this one was like a 32-inch or whatever, and I was like, I want a bigger
Remember
TV.
how big 32 looked like when you first get one, and then you're like, now you look at it and you're like, move this little piece of shit.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, like, TVs have come such a long way in technology. I remember like gaming when I was a kid on like a no
tube TV.
480. Please, I didn't have four. Bitch,
I had 2 colored pixels and they
no.
moved around the screen. There's my character. He's the blue pixel.
No, I remember. I was about to say, like, I remember gaming on like a fucking like 20-inch TV when I was a kid.
You had 4
like,
adapters just to get it through the cable cord of the Nintendo. Remember Nintendo had like you'd have to like plug it into the gray box, and the gray box would have to go into your antenna. In the back.
like,
but because you had antenna cable, you had to put another adapter or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember gaming on that TV, and like that's the thing is like TVs nowadays is like you said, like the norm is to have like a 42 or like higher now. Like 42-inch or higher, like nobody I know, yeah, and 1080p for sure. That was one thing. Like when I bought this TV, because I bought this TV probably like I want to say 10 years ago. It'd probably be 9 years ago at this point, and I still think the TV looks fucking fantastic. As much as people, I'm so sad that the technology didn't survive because my TV is a plasma TV.
Oh yeah.
And I'm really sad the technology didn't survive because I don't know why people think LED was the better choice. I mean, there's probably reasons that I don't know.
There's downfalls to plasma with certain things.
But color and image fidelity, I just felt like the plasma was the way to go, man. Like
you still can purchase plasmas. It's just not as much.
I think they're like next to impossible to find from what I understand. Like I remember looking and like everything's either LCD or LED now.
I think one of the problems with plasma is that they would leak gases.
I don't know. I've never had any problems.
You probably lucky, but yeah. I think mine upstairs is a plasma. It's 720.
Yeah.
The LG there. And it does. You'll hear hissing sometimes coming from it. I think it's leaking gases.
No, I have no idea.
I don't know. I've probably been
Do you feel
inhaling
dizzy
them.
sometimes?
I've been inhaling them.
You're just like playing a game. You're just like...
That's a funny story.
Wake
That's how
up
the
4 hours.
podcast got started because I was getting high off TV fumes and decided, hey, let's record ourselves talk about shit.
Oh God, but yeah, like I said, it is like you said, the 4K technology is becoming a norm. Like it will be,
but
a
not
norm.
in gaming. I don't think
not
there's a demand yet.
And that's the other thing too is like you got to think about the fact that developers, like, are they making their games in 4K? You should probably not chew ice into the microphone. That thing will pick that up. Yeah, like I said, like are developers making their games with 4K in mind, and that's the big question because like it's a big jump. You know what I mean? Like it's a really big jump.
I you know what? I think I might skip out on the Pro.
I'm probably not gonna get
unless the Pro comes out in white, and it's next year. I'm not gonna buy it this year. Because they'll go down in price, and they'll go down by like $50. They'll go down by $50 for sales and stuff, right? Yeah. And I mean,
I just don't see the necessity for me, like obviously because I don't have a 4K TV yet, but like
that's the way people need to think.
And that's the thing is like, you know what though? Like honestly, yeah, if I had a 4K TV at home, I might consider buying this just because I'd be like, well,
it does my 4K streaming.
It does my 4K streaming, like
and it runs 4K.
Yeah, as I say, I could do 4K Netflix. I can do 4K. I think they said they're working on doing a 4K Netflix and a YouTube app.
Yeah. See,
so I mean,
what I foresee happening,
cool.
I foresee that one of two things will happen. Either it'll be successful enough that they just maintain selling the Slims and the Pros for the people that want them.
Yep.
Or people don't buy the Pro right away, and it does bad in sales, and nobody likes it, and then they just start putting it as a feature in their new consoles for free. If they're
Sorry, it's a possibility. I
if
don't
they're
know.
trying to push it out, if they really want people to have this system that can run 4K for the future, they might
Yeah.
just put it in the future consoles and be like, yeah, a year goes by and they're like, now every console will have 4K, regardless. You can't buy ones without them. I mean, the PS4 has been out for how long now? How long has this been out?
We're coming up on 3 years.
3 years? Yeah, that's still a little too early
This
to bring out a
November.
4K system. I think a better time would have been around the 4 or 5 year mark.
See, but my argument is at the 4 or 5 mark, they should just be iterating a new console. At this point, they should be making PS5.
Or do that.
I was gonna say that was the big thing is people have been talking a lot about the fact that they should have just waited essentially and made a new console.
Which, that's the funny thing, is people get all upset when it's the same generation console getting a boost of hardware where they're like,
Yeah.
oh, the Pro's stupid, I don't want it. If they had put PS5, people would be like, I need to buy this now.
Yeah.
Because they're like, it's
Well,
like, just
maybe
like
not-
Apple phones. Like,
oh my god.
people going on about the freaking Apple phones. They're like, it's the same fucking phone every year.
Yeah.
And they're dropping hundreds of dollars on this fucking
Speaking
phone.
of terrible business ideas.
No earphone jack?
Yeah. What a weird
Fucking
thing
Apple.
to do. Yeah, fucking Apple. What a stupid
And then people's
company.
answer to that was, well, buy one without it. I'm like, okay. Still, why would you not just put an earphone jack in it?
Yeah.
That's just
Would they
lazy.
say something like, it's so courageous? It's like, Apple, you just need to shut the fuck up and go away. That company needs to die. That company
Yeah.
seriously needs to go.
Just die.
Like, I never liked Apple. I don't really like any of their products. I don't support any of their shit. But like, my god,
The cancer
has that company since even Steve Jobs. I mean, as much of a fucking like
genius. he
yeah,
was for
no,
stealing
that guy was
everyone's
for
ideas.
stealing. No, you know what? I will give that man one thing. He was a marketing genius.
Yep.
He could take other people's products and turn them into his own.
Apple's still doing that.
Yeah.
They're like, you've never seen cordless earphones before, and it's like, fucking Bluetooth headsets have been around for fucking
years.
ever.
Yeah. Well, this is new.
The iPad. It's a touchpad. Touchpads have been out for fucking years.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
But that's the thing is like, but the thing is like they've marginally had like more and more bad ideas as far as like products go.
The business keeps going up.
Since Steve Jobs has passed away.
And they still make money because they can just sell it.
Oh, because there's so many fucking. The problem is there's so many like fucking.
It's this cool thing.
Yeah,
with
the
Apple.
problem with Apple is that it's become such a.
icon.
Yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? There's such a zeitgeist around having the fucking newest Apple products. You're so cool because you
It's like
got
having new Jordans. It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
Ooh, you bought an expensive pair of
you
shoes,
got a
but you don't have
fucking
a
iPhone
job.
Yeah, you got an iPhone 7. Oh my god! Like, why would you spend $900 on a fucking phone that doesn't have a fucking headphone jack? Like, Jesus Christ.
Especially when you probably have the model from the year before that's going to last you probably another couple of years.
Oh yeah, like, and that's the thing. Is
I buy a
it's
new
just-
phone when my other phone dies.
Yeah, exactly.
That is it. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
That was exactly what happened for me. Like, I only got this phone because my last phone's battery would last me less
I
than
buy new systems.
4 hours.
Well,
and it
I
would
guess I'm
die.
kind of a hypocrite because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to buy the fucking Scorpio. I might buy the PlayStation Pro.
I know, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
No, but that's the problem. That's the thing though. Is like these video game consoles are almost
Turning into that.
Like it's like when
Every 2 years
it's like
you're
when
gonna upgrade.
iPhone comes out with the 6 and then the 6S. There's not really much difference between the 6 and the 6S. There's just an S on the end, and it may have.
It's always like they take
the-
one thing and they're like, this is this cool thing. And they're like, we'll sell you this thing with like a couple less features.
Yeah,
And then there you
but
go.
like yeah, but like this is the thing is like this like phones have been doing it for years. Like I said, like the iPhone has been doing it for years. Where it's like, okay, here's the 5, here's the 5S. It's a little bit better. Is it better like enough that you should really drop your shit and get no? But you want to have it because it's new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like exactly like. Now that being said, like I mean, the difference in these consoles is it can be a little bit like you said. The Slim was an improvement on the original Xbox. The Pro will be an improvement. Is it big enough that I like someone like me who would want
Even
to
for
pay
me,
for it? No, I
see
don't
the
want
place
to.
for it right now. Where for me to buy that, for me to really want to buy it, I need to see the performance boost. They need to run a game and say, hey, look, this is Uncharted 4
Yeah.
on PlayStation. This is Uncharted 4 on PlayStation Pro. As you can see here, it's got more frames per second. It looks visibly better.
Look at them frames, bro.
Then I might be like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Next time I want to upgrade, I'll do that. But for me,
Yeah.
it's got to be white. It's got to be white. And you know what? Because
You
we
just
have
want
another
that
topic
white-
here.
You just want that white console.
I'm going to transfer over to our last topic, which is more of Sony fucking
Just
shooting
shit
itself
in the
in the
bed,
feet.
yeah,
Yeah.
like- It's been a week for Sony, man. Oh my god, like what the fuck?
I feel like some guy went on holidays and some other guy.
He's gonna come back and like,
what the fuck were you thinking?
Like, do you watch Community?
Yeah,
it's like that episode with the timelines, and then what's his name comes back for the darkest timeline, and everything's on fire.
Yeah,
and like this, that's what I feel like. This is Sony's darkest timeline for like what's going on. Like the president of Sony's gonna come back next week and be like, "What the fuck happened?
What were you thinking?" And everything's burning up. Yeah.
But like, yeah, this is a decision that Sony made that is very, very dumb. So Bethesda,
so Bethesda's like, what the fuck,
yeah,
man? Like you're an idiot. Like,
that, and they've even like, okay, so we should, yeah, okay, so mods for for Fallout 4 and Skyrim Enhanced Edition or whatever it's called, the Ultimate Edition, were supposed to be coming to console.
For PS4. They're already out for Xbox One.
They're already out for Xbox One. They're supposed to be coming for PS4. But literally, Bethesda put up a notification, like, I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was today. Basically saying, like, we apologize. We've been working on this for a long time, and we've been discussing, we've been on, like, you know, in contact with Sony back and forth, but Sony will not allow us to put mods on PS4 for Fallout and Skyrim. And, like, what fuck are they thinking? Like,
when Bethesda tells you you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is, like, Bethesda sounded a little pissed because they're like, we've been working on this for the last few months and we've been putting a lot of effort into it. Now they've got it on Xbox, so that's one thing. But like, they're like basically said, like, we spent time and money developing this. Why are you fucking blocking us on this? Like, essentially. And it's like, why would they? I think the problem is, and here's the thing, is I was reading something about it, and the way they worded the statement, I think it sounds like PS4's problem is that they don't like the fact that players can put whatever they want in mods, which means there's probably like the
nude mod.
Yeah, and the fucking...
There's no way to parental control it, and
that's the problem, and I guarantee they're afraid of the fucking potential lawsuit that could come of, like, little Johnny goes home and plays Fallout.
All his characters have dicks for heads.
Yeah, or all the girls in the game are fucking big titty, scantily clad women, and the fucking Johnny's mom comes home and sees him playing, and then she goes, "What the fuck are you playing?" And then she freaks out because...
Calls Sony Entertainment, blames them for it,
Blames them because her fucking kid wanted
playing an M for Mature game and modding it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I guarantee that's the problem. But, like, it's just...
It's such a shoot.
It's like, such a so many people decision.
Have been waiting. So many people have wanted mods, and PlayStation 4 would have been such a great community to have those mods on because of how many players are on it. The mod community, it would have benefited Xbox. It would have benefited PC because modders would be enticed to make
more stuff. Yeah, exactly. I can't fucking believe
the hardware. The hardware was better for it.
Yeah.
Now that you have this, you can get the Slim, and that'd be just as good. Yeah. But the PS4 is good hardware for the mods. It would have been great. And from what I'm seeing on the mods for Xbox One, I think it's also to do with the fact that they can't sell mods. They don't see the potential.
Well, yeah, they're not going to make money off of it. So yeah, exactly. It's such a bad idea, and like I said, I don't know what's happening at Sony. Sony was making all of the right decisions.
They've reached that ceiling.
Yeah,
and there's no place but down.
And like, it was funny because I think it was like Colin from Kind of Funny said, like, this isn't Sony like we know them now. This is Sony back in the PS3 era. And I think he was so right when he said that. They're making all the fucking decisions they made back at PS3, back when they were developing PS3, and it's all the fucking wrong decisions that nobody wants. Like,
I think this inevitably happens with any company, though. If you look at Xbox, like, Xbox 360 was the high.
Yeah, it really was.
The early stage of Xbox One knocked them down a bit.
Oh, God, yeah.
But now they're working
their way back up again, yeah.
And I think, you know what? This may suck, and this sucks for the gamer, but PlayStation might need this. They might.
It's possible. Yeah, you might be right.
Fuck. Like, I don't get it either. All it would have done is would have upped your PlayStation Plus subscription because you'd probably need it to download mods.
Probably.
It'd probably up the purchases off the store for fucking Fallout 4, which you get a percentage of the income for.
Which, speaking of which, they're upping the price of PlayStation Plus.
Which is another shitty decision.
And that's not just here, that's everywhere. That's in the States, Canada, and like Europe.
Now, I wonder why they're doing that.
I don't know.
Maybe
but
to make up for the price of launching these pro consoles and the slims, because
I don't know. Either that or
inevitably consoles make
they're
costs.
either that or they need to make money as far as like if they're putting the extra money towards more maintenance on the PSN, then I'm all for it. If they're just doing it because they're not making as much money as they want to, then fuck you. Because
There better be a benefit to having that extra $10 and plus.
yeah, it's 20 for us.
Wait, so how much is it? How much is it a month now? So
ours is
$10.
ours is $49.99. It was $49.99 in the States as well, which is the big difference. Theirs is going up to $59. Ours is going up to $69.
What? So what is it a month now? Because I pay monthly. Because
You pay monthly?
yeah,
That's a really bad deal.
I know.
God, you're stupid.
No, I just because you gotta remember, I don't go on PlayStation all the time. I'll go on for a month or two, then I'm on PC for a couple months.
Still, it's a really bad rate. Like you're paying like $10 a month.
I know.
You're
I know.
literally paying almost triple a year.
I'm paying $120 a year.
when you could pay 50.
Yeah,
You're almost paying triple.
yeah. Lecture me harder. Let's do this.
Oh my god. Okay. I want you all to leave comments on the video and talk to Born about how much of an idiot he is. And he can't
No,
math.
okay. Maybe a year I probably only spend 60 because I only pay.
Or you could spend 50 and have it for the whole year.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not winning this argument. You're
I
just
know.
bad at math. Anyway, but yeah, if they're charging me more money for PlayStation Plus because they want to up the amount of like maintenance they want to do on the place, which by the way, PlayStation Network for the last like week has been really fucking sketchy.
At a bad time too because the Destiny update came out and that was a fucking nuisance.
Well, that was a pain, but like the day before that or a couple days ago, it was
we couldn't even join parties the whole week.
Yeah, you and I were having party issues. That one day, Toby and I went to go play together. The PlayStation Network was just down. The next day, the same thing was happening. It was like I went to go log on to PlayStation. Maintenance is happening. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Why do they always decide to do maintenance at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon? Do it at like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
For the love of God. And why do you do it? It's always like, we're going to do maintenance from 12 o'clock till 8 o'clock at night
Yeah.
on a Saturday. It's like, fuck you. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
does make sense. They really should. You should like maintenance time should be like between like 4 and
It
like
should be like the
6
lowest
a.m.
player count time
Yeah.
they can find at like the earliest in the morning.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't know what they were thinking about. Like, and like I don't know if like Sony hasn't actually put forward like a statement on this yet. This has just been Bethesda's so far.
Maybe this is a way of Bethesda kind of threatening Sony and showing them just how many people want it because maybe
that might be a
Sony's-
thing. Sony's gonna be like, whoa.
Maybe Sony's kind of sitting on the fence with this where like they don't know how to go about it just yet.
Yeah.
And they don't want to, but players going, "What the fuck, Sony?" They'll be
Yeah.
like, "Okay, fine.
I hope so. I mean,
If
what is
Sony
it?
was smart, they would have got exclusive rights to modding.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, like
See, but that's the problem now. Is now Xbox has that little
The upper
feather
hand.
in their cap where they can be like, Xbox, like console mods for
come to Xbox One with mods.
Yeah, with mods, like exclusive to Xbox console, like, you know, blah blah blah, or console
Which
exclusive
they're
for
already
Xbox
doing
One.
that. There's already trailers for Xbox where
And
they
that's
say
the
that
thing,
it has mods.
man. Like, that's the thing. Like,
know
they're
what?
gonna
Maybe-
capitalize on that, and
maybe
it's
we-
gonna sell consoles. I'm telling you right now, that's gonna sell consoles. If people are on the fence, that might be. Well, what's the difference between PS4 and Xbox One? Well, I really like Fallout and Skyrim. Oh, well, mods is on the Xbox
You know how
version.
many computer parts I bought because of Skyrim?
Yeah, exactly.
Being able to mod Skyrim, I was just like, I would try to mod it and it'd be like, oh, my computer can't handle it. Guess I'm getting a new graphics card.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I was like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to learn how to make a computer because those mods are cool as shit.
Yeah, they are, and they
if
are.
I go to that extent to make, to just a mod, and someone could just do that on console,
Oh, I know.
you're missing out on money here.
It's leaving
Even
money
if-
on the table. It's definitely leaving money on the
Even
table. It's
if they-
fucking stupid is what it is.
All they would have to do too, like, and this is the thing, the only way you could get people to pay for mods, and I think this is a way that you could totally do it. To pay for mods, you have to pay a subscription service fee of like $5 a month. For $5 a month, you get to download as many mods as you want, and that's it. If they really wanted to make money, that's the way to go about it.
Yeah, it's weird because mods are free. Like,
I know. Now,
The problem is, I
I
don't think they could do that. You know why? Because mods are made by
people.
and unless people unless they signed a waiver when they put their mods up saying we No, I still think there's no way they could get around it because the fact that these mods are being made by people, I don't think like they can't profit off of it. At least I don't think they could. It's a very murky area.
The only way they could profit off it is they hired those people to be exclusive mod authors.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like,
where they're paid employees to make DLC. Because right now, how it works is that money is donated to these people, and you can see how much.
Yeah, because they do get money in donations.
When you go to the Nexus Mods, which is the site that does all the mods for all these games,
PC,
they do literally like every game.
Yeah.
When you go there, it shows you how many downloads a mod has, how many endorsements it has, and how many files the author has.
Yeah.
And each file has its own endorsement and download rate.
Yeah.
Endorsement means that at least $1 has been given to that author.
Yeah.
Which I think 50% of that dollar goes to the website.
Probably.
But even then, these people have thousands and thousands of endorsements.
Yep.
Like up in the 200, like millions, some of them.
Yeah.
So it's beneficial for these modders.
It's not crazy to think. Like, I mean, think about. I mean, it's beneficial to the players because this is just like just like Bethesda. Yeah, this is just like Bethesda putting out like Far Harbor and Nuka World, where it's like, okay, well, this modder, fucking Johnny Modder 10, he made a story mod that adds on another 10 hours of gameplay that I really liked, and like it added new characters and all this shit in. And then guess what? We donated $20,000 to him, so he just made a chunk of cash off of it. He has incentive now to be like, well, this may be money.
If I made that much money, I'm gonna make another mod.
I'm gonna make another mod that adds another big DLC story chunk. And then same with the people that make like the fucking like weapons mods and stuff like that. It's like, well, I've been playing Fallout now for like 60 hours, and I've been playing with the same weapons that I've been playing with the entire time. But this guy just added 30 new weapons that all have cool new abilities, and it's like, or Skyrim was the perfect for that because the amount of spells, the spells that you could download, the storyline stuff,
animations for the spells.
the weapons, like everything like that. It takes the game that you've been playing for 300 plus hours and makes it so fresh.
Yeah, so fresh. It does.
So
fresh. It really does.
And that was honestly, this is okay. And this is the funny part here, and I think I want to leave it on like this is the fact that I was planning on buying Skyrim Enhanced Edition for PS4.
You're gonna buy it for Xbox One now.
I'm gonna probably just buy the PC version.
You can buy that right now.
That's what I mean. I'm probably just going to go with the PC version now because I was on the fence about which one I wanted to buy. And I was like, because like originally I was like, I want to buy it on my PS4. Like I like playing on my PS4. It's gonna have all the shit that I want anyway. And now that I hear this, I don't want to.
No, why would you?
Why would I? If I could just buy it on the PC and get all this shit,
If you could, the only reason you'd want it on console is like, well, one, you can mod it. Two, it looks good, but you can do that on PC now.
Yeah.
So if you can't get those features on PS4, why are you going there?
Exactly. I don't. It's like I said,
it's unfortunate. Like I said, this might not be a definite thing. Maybe they'll.
I hope they
fucking
backpedal
wake up
on this
from their
hard.
fucking coke crash they fucking had because they're obviously on drugs. Wake up and say, oh, you know what? Maybe we fire Jimmy, who's running the fucking company, and get our shit together.
Like the guy that got fired from Xbox.
It's worked.
Yeah, that happened hard. That guy, I feel bad for that guy. Well, I don't because he made a lot of really shitty decisions, but...
well, Xbox has been recovering since then.
Since then, yeah.
I still think Xbox has a long way to go. There's some decisions they need to work on. If this PC thing works, I don't think it's going to benefit the console any, but...
Not really.
But then again, they still make their money for their exclusive titles.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
If they're selling Halo and Gears of War, that's going right to Microsoft Studios.
It's going to them anyway, so yeah.
So
I don't know. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So let us know what you think about the PS4 Pro or the Slim. Are you going to buy one of them, or does it interest you at all? Do you already have one of the consoles? Are you just getting into the consoles now? And also let us know what you think about the mods. Are you going to pick up any of these versions? Does it make a difference to you if you...
Are you pissed that... Were you waiting for mods? Because I know a lot of people were.
Some people were. A lot of people who don't have gaming PCs.
Did you want just scantily clad? Like, just now you don't get that.
Tig-ass biddies.
Tig-ass biddies.
That's all you need. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends. We'll see you guys next week.